Military zones, also known as restricted or controlled areas, have played a significant role in military strategy and national security throughout history. These designated areas serve various purposes, from training and testing to safeguarding sensitive installations and defending borders. The history of military zones reflects the evolving nature of warfare, security concerns, and the balance between national defense and civilian rights. Ancient military encampments. The concept of military zones can be traced back to ancient civilizations, where designated areas were established for military encampments, training, and strategic positioning. These zones were critical for organizing and deploying troops during times of conflict. Fortifications and border defense. In medieval times, fortified zones and military garrisons were established along borders and strategic points to protect territories from external threats. Castles, forts, and defensive structures often defined these military zones, providing a first line of defense against invasions. World wars and military installations. The two world wars saw a significant expansion of military zones, especially around military installations, bases, and supply depots. These zones were crucial for maintaining secrecy, controlling access, and safeguarding vital resources. Cold War and national security. The Cold War era witnessed the establishment of military zones along geopolitical fault lines and sensitive regions. The concept of buffer zones and demilitarized zones, DMZs, became prominent, exemplified by the Korean Demilitarized Zone and the Iron Curtain in Europe. Modern conflict zones. In contemporary times, military zones have played a critical role in conflicts and peacekeeping operations. Conflict zones are established to separate warring factions, protect civilians, and facilitate humanitarian aid. United Nations and international military forces often operate in these zones. Terrorism and urban warfare. The rise of asymmetric warfare and terrorism has led to the creation of military zones within urban environments. Counter-terrorism efforts involve securing areas prone to attacks, such as government buildings, transportation hubs, and public spaces. Cyber and space domains. The concept of military zones has expanded beyond physical boundaries to include the cyber and space domains. Military forces establish cyber command centers and secure communication networks to defend against cyber threats, while space-based assets are protected to ensure strategic advantage. The history of military zones reflects the dynamic nature of security challenges and the evolving strategies employed by nations to protect their interests. From ancient encampments to modern cyber and space domains, military zones have adapted to the changing landscape of warfare and security concerns. While the establishment of military zones is essential for national defense, finding the right balance between security measures and the rights of civilians remains a complex and ongoing challenge.